Ice Cream Man is an ongoing anthology-style series by writer W. Maxwell and artist Morazzo. It is made up of different storylines with a very convoluted plot, which kind of reminds me of the anime Paranoia Agent by Satoshi Kon. It follows a wide cast of characters, all going through some form of trauma, ranging from addiction, loss, mental illness, and some form of existential dread, presented in a very surreal and ominous manner, with these experiences somehow enhanced by the character of the Ice Cream Man, or Ricadius, who acts as a personified idea of evil, despair, and chaos. The lack of continuity of the stories from issue to issue make it hard to predict where the story might go, as it moves from different characters and may even go back and forth between timelines or even universes. Most of these stories are self-contained, with usually only Ricadius and his cousin Caleb being the only characters to appear in multiple issues, even though some characters may appear as background characters while having appeared as main characters in previous issues, to reinforce that most of these stories are happening in the same setting. Ricadius at first glance seems like a normal high-spirited neighborhood ice cream man, but it's clear from the introduction that he has a sinister undertone. As the series continues, it becomes apparent that the character of the Ice Cream Man might not be what he seems, and he might not even be human, having the ability to shapeshift and have some form of magical powers. There's a chance that he might not even be real, as most of the people who encounter him seem to be going through some form of crisis. Caleb the cowboy acts as a foil to some of the Ice Cream Man's evil plots and seems to be the light to counterbalance the darkness that is Ricadius. At times he can be passive and instead opting to act as a voice of reason rather than actively taking down the Ice Cream Man, which may be due to him following the rules that have been set out for the both of them. It seems like they're on some sort of moral battle that traverses space and time. This is highlighted in how they each describe themselves, with Ricadius describing himself as an idea, while Caleb describes himself as a feeling. There are also other recurring entities in the series, like the spider, the vulture, the kid with the balloon, the ice cream monster, or the goblin, which seem to be some form of representative of the Ice Cream Man. The goblin, for example, seems to represent memory loss, while the kid with the balloon represents some form of schizophrenia. I like to point out that all this is speculation, as none of this has ever been stated in the comic. Because of the disjointed self-contained storytelling approach of the series, it makes it easier to pick up favorites from the current 22-issue run, and here I'd like to pick my 5 favorites in the order of which they were released. The first is issue 5, aptly titled Ballad of a Fallen Man. It's about a man reminiscing about his life as a force of a building. It has long vertical panels to enhance the effect of falling, taking full advantage of the medium. The issue that follows, Strange Neapolitan, takes a more experimental approach to storytelling by diverging a single story into 3 different routes, which all get bizarre as it continues, with vastly different outcomes. It also uses a limited amount of dialogue to enhance this effect. Issue 18, simply titled Emergencies, is about 2 drugged-out paramedics ignoring all the chaotic emergencies happening around them while contemplating about the meaning of their own lives. It also includes one of the more interesting twists at the end. Issue 17, Cape Fear, is a parody of the superhero genre, especially Superman and the associated DC universe, with the cover parodying Action Comics #1. It's about a young journalist who's an obvious Lois Lane counterpart who comes to realize that the superhero that's been saving the world may not be as he seems. My final pick, issue 21, is a homage to the Watchmen comic, from the usage of the 9-panel grid to the usage of secondary colors, or the old homeless man holding the and its nice sign. This is one series that you really cannot say with certainty that you fully understand what is happening, but it's really a thrill to read through, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys a very surreal take on the horror genre. So if you have read the comic, let me know what you think about it and what is your favorite issue. If you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe. If not, check out the next one. With that being said, until next time.